Hi everyone, good morning, good afternoon, and a good evening from wherever you're watching from. I greet you all. I hope everyone is doing fine. I am fine. My name is Jen, and I'm here to share a story about my brother on how he managed to dismantle and finish off my business that took time for me to set up for my family. First of all, before we go into the topic, I want to thank everyone. Thank you guys for supporting me. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for subscribing to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate each and everyone's efforts into giving support to me. And I want to urge you guys to not take this, what I'm sharing here, as something that is like a joke. These things happen in the real life, but before it happens to you, you actually don't take it serious. But these are things that we just look at and we don't really give so much attention, but they really happen to people. Now that I'm going through a hard and difficult situation, I am gathering every single day the strength to come here and share my story. You don't know how hard and how it takes to come out and share things that have broken your heart, but you decide to collect yourself and come and share it to your friends, to the people that are close to you that really want to know and maybe might be in the same situation and actually need to be helped out. So I want to urge each and everyone to please take this serious, because these things are really happening to people. So let's go to the topic, and today's topic is about how my brother managed to dismantle, damage, and do away with the business that took me so much time to plan and put in place. So I came up with an idea when I was abroad in Dubai working. I came up with an idea of starting up a spares business, car parts business. So I thought about it. I looked into it, studied all what I'll need to start off this business, how much it's gonna cost me, what I have to do, where I'm gonna get the money. It took me such a long time to plan it, save money. As everyone knows, it's not easy to get this money, even though as people who are working abroad, someone might think, you just wake up one morning and you get the money. But you can bear with me, guys who have been abroad, you know how it is. You collect this amount of money for whatever thing you want to invest into. So for my case, it took me about 8 months to save this money to be able to take off this business idea. So after I collected money for that period I've shared, I went and shared it to my brother Fred. So I shared to him the idea, and he was positive about it. He liked the idea and he was ready to jump on it, and we proceed with starting the business. So after he accepted to do it, I had to send him to some of our family friends that actually had started the business before and they had grown it to a certain level. So I sent him to get some ideas, go there, learn from them, see how they do the business, how they manage everything, so that he can get a clear picture of how things are being run, since I wanted him to be the one running this business, as I was going to be away collecting more money. As everyone knows, when you start a business, you need to still give in a kick. You just don't start it and just let it grow. You have to give it a kick, and I had to let him learn and get to know about how all this has to be done, so he can have some knowledge. So he went ahead. He had some, he had to learn so much from one of the family friends that had actually had this business. He learned a lot from them, how you manage the stock, how you keep the customers, what to sell at what time and what not to sell, things like that. It was so helpful for him to actually get the knowledge which he managed to use. So I collected about 50,000 dirhams, including air tickets, for him to be able to travel to go purchase our car spare parts, which we purchased from China. So from my budget, we managed to purchase amount of stock which was amounting to 40,000 dirhams, and the rest of the money went in the cost of his accommodation, food, air tickets, and all that. So he traveled safely to China with all the finances that I actually did. He traveled safely to China. He purchased the stock, and eventually he brought the stock through customs, which I managed to pay through, and off we kick-started off with the car spare parts business. So we opened up a shop which was in Chiseka Market. People who live in Uganda, they know about this place. So we opened a shop. We had a shop in Chiseka Market, and that was around before COVID, when we actually opened up this shop. So the shop was going nicely. It picked up very well. We managed to sell some of the spare parts in the beginning, which was really something great and positive to me, because I started seeing that, people are really interested in what we bring to the market, and it was such a positive thing to me. So COVID came, and he was still, taking the business to, greater stuff where we were expecting good stuff. So COVID hit, and I think he could not manage to, keep the business standing, which he never actually shared to me. And this was very sad. And this is where actually I started having thoughts of, him like kind of changing. But I was like, okay, let's see how it will go. Maybe it's because of this pandemic that he's maybe behaving this way. So things started crumbling. He actually never shared it to me. He never told me anything until later I came to know that he from him, when he shared that, you know what, Jen, I think we should do away with the shop and start doing like online repairs, because when COVID came, we had to find a resolution of how we're gonna actually come up with a new strategy to make sure that we can make money out of this, since here in Uganda there was no traveling, there was no any means of transport unless you had a truck. So we had to improvise a new means of how we can reach our customers. So he started doing kind of like a door-to-door business. So when customer calls in, he wants like a certain spare parts, he would improvise means and take it to him, to this person. And he actually had, servicing that he was doing on the spot when if someone requested. So these are some of the things that he actually put in place. He shared a little bit of it to me, and I was like, it's such a good idea if at all it makes money and we can manage to sell out the stock, so we can be able to, bring another batch of stock after the COVID was gone, So COVID was a little bit long because here in Uganda they actually stretched it, and they happened to have two lockdowns. So the first time they locked the country was, I think, like a year, and then the next year. So it took such a long time for me to actually come down here, because we were also having the same issues in my country. We could not travel that much. There was no that luxury where you can just, catch up on a flight and travel, come down here to know exactly what is going on, and not relying on what he was telling me. So I think in that moment when he was so confused on what to do, he started selling off. Actually, I don't even know whether he sold it off, whatever he did after that, I cannot say that I know. But what I know now, the business is gone. You cannot see any stock. There's nothing that is available for you to see. And that is what is sad, you know. He never shared anything. He went through, because even though you have like challenges, it's a responsibility for you to actually share it to the person you started it with, so that you can have put together ideas of how you can improvise other means of making money. So this is how my brother managed to dismantle the business. And yeah, it was completely down and I lost everything. I never got anything out of it. So for today, I will stop there, and I will still bring you more that he actually damaged in the next video. Stay tuned, guys. Have a blessed day. Bye bye.